Hello and welcome to yesterday's tech. In this video I will tear down and clean Logitech Wave, which is also known as K350, the last being the wireless version of the corded Wave. This keyboard was released in 2007 as a corded keyboard and few years later released as a wireless version using the unifying receiver. The only difference between them is just the first one is corded and the second is wireless. I will talk more about this keyboard in a separate video where maybe I will review the keyboard itself, which in my opinion is one of the best and most iconic keyboards. This one in front of me was stored for many years and was covered in dust. I was thinking of bringing it back to life and use it on a desktop, so I thought it should be a great idea to give it a good clean. Before we begin removing any buttons from a keyboard, we should firstly make sure we have an image of the buttons layout. If you don't have the original box, manual or an image from internet, just make a picture so you'll know how to put all buttons back in their place. In my case, this one is a Nordic keyboard with some unknown characters to me, so I will just take a picture with my phone. Once this is done, we begin by unscrewing everything from the back. We gently push each button one by one from behind by pressing one of the two clips which holds the button to the case. For this I'm using a pencil because the wood is softer than metal and I don't want to scratch the plastic. As you can see, indeed, there was a lot of dust. Now, step by step, we'll remove each part. The main board will be left apart and will not be put under the water. Theoretically, it won't happen anything bad if we give it a short shower, but it's not really recommended and not even needed in this situation. Same thing for the circuit board. Eventually I can just clean it with a brush. I remove everything is made from metal before bringing it to water. I add some liquid soap, not too much, and I will use a dish sponge because it has a very soft layer and this will not scratch the plastic. On the back I'm gentle with the sticker because I don't want to lose it. Now we'll rinse the bowl until there's no remaining soap. The membrane requires some attention because the material itself tends to retain the dust. Now we'll let everything dry, and once it's done, we put everything back together. This requires a bit of attention because if you miss something, you might need to go backwards and repeat the previous step. Firstly, we put the circuit board, then we mount the main board and screw it. Now we put the membrane to its position and place the cord on its path. The mini membrane for the multimedia buttons, and we have to place the mute and the zoom buttons, otherwise later we won't be able to put them in place. We are almost done. Now we just need to put all the screws back and put all buttons in their place. pay attention to buttons with metal wire. It's done, and my keyboard looks really amazing now. I hope you find this video useful. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.